Hello, I'm Danny Koontz, Director of Relationship Management for Windy City Equipment. Welcome to another episode of FM Corner. Today we're going to talk about remodels, refreshes, however you want to look at it, upgrades. As a facility manager, at some point in your career, I'm sure you already have or you will be, you'll be tasked with some sort of upgrade, refreshes, redos, reworking the kitchen line, however you want to look at that. But big projects that you need to be accountable for. How do you handle that? First and foremost, you plan. You make a list and you check all the things off on that list that need to be done and when do they need to be done. Depending on your scope of work, how are we going to handle this? Is my restaurant going to be closed? If it is, what's my time frame? Sit down immediately with your contractor of choice on whatever you're doing, saying, okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's our scope of work, and here's the time frame in which we are being given to get it done. Can you do that? Make sure the answer is yes, not we'll figure it out. Yes, we can. Okay, what do you need from me as a facility manager to help make that happen? If you're changing out equipment line, do you want all your equipment shipped to the location? Do you want it shipped to a warehouse where you can go pick it up? How do you want to do that? How do you want things to work? You want to work 2 crews? How many hours a day do you want to work? I'm sure you want automatic keys to get in the building and out of the building. How do you want this to work? And make sure you go through that process with your vendor partner and let them tell you what they need and how they think it will work. When you're done with that, then you got to hold them accountable. If you're not closing the restaurant, it's a little different situation. You got to have another meeting with your vendor, but it's a different kind. We're not going to be closed. So that lessens the number of hours in which we can work. So these are kind of the times of the dot when you can get started. Here's how long you can work. And then we need to leave an hour or two for cleanup because, again, we're going to open the restaurant that morning. And if you don't do a good job of cleaning up every night, it's a surefire way for you and the operations team to get sideways. So we got to work through that and we got to get it figured out. The other thing to do is to paint a picture to your team, your restaurant team, during the course of the remodel or upgrade, whatever it is. If you're going to be open, what it's going to look like. If you're going to take down wallpaper and put up new wallpaper, you're going to take down wallpaper and paint. Understand in the dining room, that's a 3-night process. Night 1, it comes down. Night 2, it gets prepped. Night 3, the paint goes back up on the wall. 3 nights. So 2 of those days, people are going to be walking into your restaurant going, holy cow, what happened? You need to explain to them, this is how it works. It's a 3-night process. If you come back on Friday and look at it, it will all be done. It will look like a whole new, the walls will look great. It's outstanding. It's part of the process, but the contractor can only work a certain number of hours every night. So we can't do it all in one night. Paint them a picture. If you've done other remodels, show them what it looks like during the process of the remodel so the people on the operations team don't freak out. And your phone doesn't blow up by somebody saying they didn't finish the wallpaper last night. No, they didn't, because it's a 3-night process. But did you tell them that on the front end? Let them know. Send them pictures. Tell them different ways to deal with the customer when the customer has questions. It's so great that you came and looked at our project while it's in the middle of it. If you come back next week, you're going to see we're going to be totally completed and how great the building's going to look. It's going to be an outstanding experience. Give them a reason to come back. Make your team say positive. Help your contractor, okay? Have constant communication with your contractor and your vendor partner through the process. What are you doing? How's it going? What do you need? How can I help you? Plan for mistakes. Something didn't get shipped. Don't lose a day of work because one thing didn't come when it's supposed to and you don't have the right people scheduled. Have a backup plan. If you can't paint today, okay, then we'll work on carpet or we'll work on tile or we'll work on stainless steel in the back of the house or the sign, whatever it may be. Have backup plans so that you can pivot if something goes wrong during remodel, because it most consistently will. Make sure when items come in that they're checked quickly so you know what you have. And it's what you have match what you were supposed to get. Nothing worse than my chairs came in, they sat outside for a couple days, or we locked them up somewhere, and when we got ready to use them, we realized they weren't the right chairs. Look at all the stuff when you first get it to make sure. Is it right? Is the number right? Are all the quantities what I need so that I'm ready to put that in whenever the time comes? Check it. If not, get that notified at once so you can make the necessary changes and corrections and then move on from there. And whatever you do, talk to your team. Do not throw anything away that you currently use until the new stuff shows up. Not the night before. I took out all the chairs and threw them away. Because what happens if your delivery doesn't come? Now you're stuck. So never throw anything away. But a remodel is about planning. It's about communication to the team. It's about getting the team excited for how good it's going to look when it's all done. Put that focus there. Don't let them have that focus of, they've tore my restaurant all to pieces. We're going to make it better. That's what happens during remodels and refreshes and upgrades. When it's all said and done, it will be great. Get them excited about it. Have constant communication with your vendor. And then for your customer base, make sure you're giving the operators plenty of information to answer all the questions that the customer may have. Arm them with the responses they need so they can give the customer good, honest responses. If you do all those things, and hopefully the errors and the mistakes are kept at a minimum, you will have a very solid remodel and you can move on down the road to your next project. That's it for today. Thank you very much for listening. Look forward to seeing you on another episode of FM Corner. Thank you.